Hey, how's it going, my deadly mercenary family? Cosmic Mercenary here, bringing you a new video. Today we're going to be talking about Infinity Wars. Yes, it took me just 2 weeks. It's been out for 2 weeks, and now I'm talking about it finally. And I'm going to bring you guys what I think about Infinity Wars. So Infinity Wars came out a couple weeks ago, and it's been crushing it. It's been killing it. It's been... If you understand what I'm talking about. So the Marvel movie's out, Avengers Infinity Wars is out, and you know what's gonna happen. You know what always happens. We got DC fanboys crying like a little girl because their movies are not... Marvel sucks. The DC fan base community is just like little girls that don't understand that Marvel's way out of their league. Like, Marvel is nothing compared to DC. I mean, it's everything compared to DC. Actually, what am I talking about here? They won't accept that they've lost this war. I have accepted. Now I'm in peace. Now I could rip on the DC fanboys because I no longer am a DC fanboy. I am an anime fanboy, especially All Might fanboy. You could watch everything. I have All Might here. I have my All Might wallet. So I am no longer DC fanboy, and I could rip on the DC fan community. They always act so defensive, like their team lost. But it's not because of Kobe Bryant. You see, it was because Kobe Bryant was feeling kind of fatigued, or in their case, it's like, oh, it's not because the movie was bad, guys. It was because the mouse is involved somehow. The Illuminati doesn't want DC to succeed, because if DC succeeds, then it will save the world from the mouse and the Illuminati. I am glad to say that Infinity Wars is actually a good movie. Marvel before has been very copy and paste. That's one thing I will criticize about Marvel. It works, so why fix it, right? No, they completely went 180, and they're... Wow, I have to say that this movie has been killing it, not just money wise, but also story wise. It was a great movie. It was... As someone compared it to The Empire Strikes Back of our generation. However, beyond crushing it in story-wise and money-wise, it has shown DC that they are something that they will never be able to achieve. And that is greatness. They showed DC they will never be able to do a successful franchise the way they're doing it. But Holmes, what you like about it? What you like about Marvel? Why you like this movie so much? Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, so give me a second. Originally, I had planned to not watch Infinity Wars because I'm like, it's too mainstream. That's one of the main reasons I don't like Marvel. I didn't like Marvel, because it was too mainstream. But me and my girlfriend happened to be by a movie theater while we were hunting Pokemon. Yes, we still play Pokemon Go. And we saw it. I'm like, you want to go see it? She's like, yeah. We went to see it. It was Friday morning, and it was just one of the best decisions I've ever had made in my young life. So once again, I have to say that the movie was fantastic. It was amazing. It blew my mind into little dust particles. So what I thought the movie was going to be very convoluted because it had to all these characters, and you know, I personally, as persons that like to see movies, I'm like, this is not gonna work out. Maybe someone's gonna come out as a cameo or something, you know, just 2 seconds into the film. And no, I have to say, they really know what they were doing. They divisioned each section of the movie into 3 parts. You probably heard this plenty of times with plenty of different YouTubers, but it was divided into 3 parts. We had the Guardians of the Galaxy and Iron Man and all that. We had Thor, and then we had the Earth, and it was actually really good to do that. All those little sections or little locations to make sure that people shined all the way through, and it really came together in the end. So I don't have to complain about that. It never felt too crowded, in my opinion. One thing that it actually added, and it felt to me because of this effect of having 3 locations, was that it felt like you were actually reading a comic book. When you read a comic book, if you haven't read a comic book, I really do recommend you read a comic book. You're not just focused in the one central story plot. There are different things going on in different backgrounds. At one point you're in this location, you flip the next page, you're in a different location with different characters. Eventually it will all tie up together, but it felt like a comic book. Yeah, that's how comic books are. So the movie really felt like a comic book to me, at least in that sense, where you had different locations with different characters and then they all came together. Another thing that I noticed with each location was it had different tones, different colors, and it was really nice to see. It really separated what it had to show. It really felt when you were on Earth, you felt you were on Earth. When you were in outer space, you felt you were in outer space. When you were near the Death Star, the Dead Star, not the Death Star, the Dead Star, you felt like you were in the Death Star. It felt really dark. But other than that, it really worked. It was really nice. It was very good. Very good. And then Thanos. Thanos, whatever you want to call it. Very good. Very good. I really did like the character of Thanos because it really made you sympathize with the villain. And in some cases, you could even argue that he's the hero. Just like My Mother's Basement made a whole video about how Thanos is the hero or the protagonist of Infinity War. And if you'd like to watch that, I'll have the link in the description or right here or wherever the heck that thing comes out. Or like around here. Go click on it. It's really good. He's a great YouTuber. Go subscribe to him. It's not like I know him or anything. I just really like his content, so I'm gonna plug him into this video. So, did I have any negative points in the movie? I would say, other than nitpicking, not really. I really did enjoy this movie. I thought it was a well-rounded movie. I really didn't think there was anything wrong with it. So there was nothing wrong with this movie. Honestly, it deserves the praise. It deserves the credit. It deserves everything that's coming to it. I honestly liked it. I could even argue I loved it. However, in the end of the day, it accomplished something that it never really strived for, because that's what they already knew. But they just achieved it. It's like they didn't mean to achieve it, but they accidentally achieved it. And that is, they showed DC how to make an actual gritty movie. DC is notorious to be known for to be the dark superheroes and be dark and edgy, and I have to disagree with that. Marvel showed them how to do it correctly. It doesn't matter how dark the movie can be. It doesn't matter how much edgy and how many bad words or what rating it is. It doesn't matter, none of that. It could be the darkest thing you've ever seen in my life. But if it's not a good plot, if that's not a good storyline, if that's not a good movie in there, then what's the point of making it dark? You might as well put some Care Bears or My Little Pony in there, because it matters all the same to me. What DC passes for a plot is literally this. Beginning, random situation happens for random reasons, and then there's a big battle in the end. That's literally how every single DC movie is, and that's how you could describe it. That's how it is. I'm not gonna lie. Again, when I talk to people about the Batman v Superman or Man of Steel, I tell them they're masterpieces. When you exclude that they have problems, right? That's probably anything, it's a bad game. But if you exclude the bad, it's a good game. It's a game. The best part about this is that Justice League is the perfect movie that describes what happened, or this plot device that DC seems to be using. It begins, and then there's random things happen for random reasons, and then there's a giant end battle scene in the end with CGI mustaches and no plot. That's why DC is doing so poorly. Not because nobody wants to go see characters. Hell, at one point people were going to go watch Superman, Batman, because there was no Marvel. Who cares about Marvel? The reason why DC is not getting all the views is because their movies suck. Plain and simple, their movies are no good. DC just expects that putting superheroes in a movie was the key to make a successful franchise. Well, I have to say no. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes just so much more than just putting superheroes in movies and hope you get some revenue out of it. And Zack Snyder, I would say that Zack Snyder's vision was that. I could argue that all day long. However, now he's gone. Warner Bros. Fired him. I don't know what could go right at this time with DC, because they're honestly not doing anything productive. They're making like Birds of Prey Joker movie that's not even connected to the DC Extended Universe with a different actor than Jared Leto. They're not making Man of Steel, even though people are asking for Man of Steel 2. The Batman movie's not here. We only get one movie this year, I think, until Aquaman 2. So it's just like, what's going on over there? DC expects that if they sprinkle chocolate covered sprinkles onto poop, they expect you to eat it. That's what they're doing. Marvel, on the other hand, has mastered how to make a chocolate cake, and just right now has simply just put the chocolate covered frosting on top. That's all Marvel has done, and it's amazing. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think that this change of heart of mine, or just this overall conclusion, is that Marvel has just always been better, or has DC has been just poorly executed? Yeah, that's my opinion. But comment down below, what do you think? I want to know what you think of this subject. What do you think about Infinity Wars? Did you like it? You probably did like it. It's a good movie. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That's where I'm going to be more active these days. I'm going to start putting up more content, even though I say that in every video. Thanks you guys for watching. Remember guys, stay vigilant, and see you guys next time.